Ella, could you reintroduce who we are and what the meeting is about? And because I was like plugging things in while you were talking.
Yeah, of course. So we're the UW-Stevens Point Eco-Socialists. Tonight, some of us have gathered today to call for the resignation of both Bernie and Greg and the ways in which they both address and handle the current financial crisis that Stevens Point is facing.
And where's the document displayed up there behind you?
So this was written by SPARC, the teachers union here at Stevens Point, calling upon the Board of Regents to fire both Bernie and Greg, given again the ways in which they've handled, not only mishandled the situation in the past, but also on top of that, the ways in which their current plan still doesn't actually address the financial problem that our university is facing. It seems to be a rather kind of short-term solution for something that definitely needs some long-term kind of plan.
Now, how many people signed off on this letter?
I don't remember the exact number. Does anyone else? No, it was I can pull it up. 189, 106 current formal faculty members and staff, 42 students, and 141 members of the public.
How many?
289.
Which number was that?
The people who signed the SPARC letter. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I definitely do believe that, considering the ways in which this whole situation has been handled at the university, or that both Greg and Bernie should resign. That being said, we will have kind of like our little station right over here where people are able to make their statements. Yeah, so I guess we can kind of get started. I don't know if anyone else has anything that you guys need to add at all. Yeah.
I will always add something. If someone's like, you want to add something? I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, so I think that the reason that I'm going to make a statement is because I came to this university with no idea what I wanted to do. I still don't know what I want to do for a career. But I do know what I'm passionate about now. And I think that the university has allowed me to explore those different kinds of taking different classes and political science and sociology and really falling into sociology and really feeling a passion for that. And I think that taking away the humanities from this university, it doesn't allow students to come to a university with the intention of growing. It allows students to come to this university with the intention of earning a degree. And I think that it doesn't sort of allow for that exploration, which is something that a liberal arts university should provide. And so it just seems like a complete, we're switching tracks of this university. And I think that's really sad. I think it's really sort of uninspiring that we're no longer going to allow students that sort of freedom to explore their own ideologies or their own passions. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, my little factoid that I like to give people is that 39% of our students come from towns in Wisconsin of 10,000 or less. So if you can imagine who those students are, students coming from really small towns in Wisconsin who are 18 years old, coming to this university. You're one, I'm one, any of us are one. And they might have the same experience that I had, just going to college because it's the thing to do, because you're going to better your life, but you don't necessarily have a plan. And then they come to this university, and then they discover how diverse it is, and they meet people who they never would have met before. And they find a professor who tells them, oh yeah, take this class, or oh yeah, take this class. Or they meet people who are really passionate about what they're passionate about, and allows them to sort of get a degree that they would have never searched online when they were 17, searching for colleges. And so I just think that's a really important thing to remember about our students, is that a lot of them are from small towns and don't have another place in Wisconsin that's maybe close to them where they can come and grow as individuals and get a liberal arts degree. So I like to remember who we are and why we use this university. I'm a student at UW-SP. I'm a sociology major, and this is my 5th year here. I'm from a town in Wisconsin with a population of less than 10,000. Around 40% of our students at the University of Stevens Point, or University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, are from similarly small towns in Wisconsin. These are students who need this university. We need it to grow. We need it to escape from our hometowns, if only for 4 years. We need this university, and we need it to be a liberal arts university. This should remain a place for people to discover their passions. Taking away or even drastically reducing the human rights or the humanities majors, as Point Forward proposes, on this campus will close off innumerable opportunities for Wisconsin youth. I'm a student, I have a voice, and I demand that Chancellor Patterson and Provost Summers resign.